Now it's time for dad jokes, bad cliches, and amazing guests. Ladies and gentlemen, the KINZ and KLOMP Show.
Well, there it is, Kinsman. You get another big introduction for your Thursday.
Another big introduction.
There you go, eh?
Yeah, thanks to Bill Stevenson, Canadian voiceovers.
Yeah.
The big guy. He talks like that when you just when he's ordering milk at the store.
Right. So you're making fun of people's radio voices. That doesn't strike as alarming to you, or okay?
That's what I get. I got $1 million for every time someone said, hey, "Is that your real voice?"
Yes,
I'd be a millionaire.
You'd be a millionaire,
right? Yeah.
Well, you're not, so you have to do this. Another exciting show, very
exciting.
I'm starting to really enjoy chatting politics. You
right? Well, yeah, municipal election just around the corner, and another fine candidate joining us on the set tonight.
There we go,
Cory Robin.
Yeah,
he's going for Ward 5, and he also brought some hot wings.
Oh, you're in big trouble. Why?
Yeah.
You always want to get involved in these hot wing challenges.
It seems to be every other challenge. The hot challenges end up on my plate. Yes. I had the JR's hot sauce challenge.
Because you say you want
my lips were burning after the JR hot sauce challenge up until about 11 o'clock that
Your
night.
lips were anything else burning after that challenge?
Well, I gave the analogy. Someone said, what did the last wing, his 8th wing, taste like? It's like if you picked up a fire log at a campfire and wanted to kiss the log while it was still burning. With ambers, that's what it would feel like.
That's the analogy you came up with?
That's the analogy.
Kissing a fire log.
Or picking up a log and, well, it's still ablaze.
Okay, you're
hot
real,
sauces.
But
Cory says he's brought some doozies with him tonight. So
he does,
we're both going to be challenging.
I'm looking forward to. Yeah. So hello, thank you for joining us.
Yes,
there's
hi Bria. Yes,
I've been using the blessing bag.
The blessing bag. So awesome to have Bria on the show.
Have you been using your blessing?
I've been using my my chapstick. Yeah,
that's right.
I used the chapstick today.
Did she encourage you to buy something besides Irish Springs 5-in-1? Did you get yourself some?
I didn't get any Irish Spring 5-in-1 inside that blessing bag.
No, but that's what you use. But I keep telling you, you got to buy a face wash, some toner, some cream.
I don't have time for the 3-in-1s, 4-in-1s. 5-in-1, you're in and out 5 minutes. Done.
That's right.
Right?
Yeah. That's what you always used to see like in a hockey change room, right? Just the 5-in-1, zip in and out of there. All right, pal. A few things that we want to chat about before we bring on Mr. Robin.
Yes, we've got, of course, Lisa Fermat talking to Lisa today. Her November 18th fundraiser for cancer, breast cancer, is going to be at the Dante Club. We're at 50 tickets sold as of right now. Maybe a little bit higher than that. She says it's a good start, but let's buy a few more.
How many can we fit in the Dante Club?
I'm going to say maybe 175, 200.
Let's get that filled up.
So let's fill that up. So 50 sold today, and again, you can get yours at eventbrite.ca/flywithme. And again, we're going to be hosting this big night, 5-course meal at the Dante Club. And for the 50 that have already purchased a ticket, thumbs up, we'll see you there. And again, it's going to be a great night. Money all going back to the TADH and the breast cancer, the breast wellness center at TADH.
Absolutely. Let's go, boys. So what to hear from this candidate from Greg? Yes. Oh, yeah. And so when Cory comes on, we're essentially going to open up the floor to the questions and comments that you have. So we got Austin Klomp working the board.
So if you do have a comment for Ward 5, for Cory Robin, throw it up, and we'll make sure that Cory sees it before we start eating those wings tonight.
All right, South Porcupine Winter Carnival, they need donations for 2023.
Yeah, talking to the crew today, donation time, and again, Joanne HP 70 at gmail.com is the email if you would like to send a donation or just get in touch with them through Facebook. Maybe if you're a business, you can throw them a donation. They'll greatly appreciate it.
Yeah. In our, what can we call this to be collect? I'm just going to call it Idiot of the Day. Finally got his due, 5 years in prison.
Got his due in court today. Yes, Jacob Hogard from Headley.
Yeah.
Got
no longer from Headley.
No longer the front man. Well, they say they always use the term front man from Headley, but his band has long deserted him.
5 years.
5 years in prison.
Not enough. Not enough. And he's still going through the incident that happened in Kirkland Lake.
Yeah, lot more stories coming out of the woodwork. So they could tack on to this 5 years. But 5 years as of today. So big story.
That's right.
Out of the music world today. Also wanted to shout out to the Downtown Timmins BIA, the holiday pop-up shops. You know, we're always looking forward to this each and every year. Vendors saying, oh, I can't wait to get in. Well, unfortunately, if you haven't gotten in, there's no time because the holiday pop-up shops, all 5 Saturdays, completely booked with vendors, which is amazing to hear.
Yeah, and we saw last night a great example of all the hard work these vendors put in. I had my scrunchie on all night on my wrist, pal. You?
I got a few thumbs up on my scrunchie, but looking at it today, yes, you take appreciation, you know, no matter what you're picking up. A scrunchie from, you know, Katie's Creations to, you know, lip balm from Blessing Bags. You know, it's hard work from individuals that put these items together.
That's right. By the way, I'm representing the store in Thunder Bay. This is the Sleeping Giant, the 807 store.
Nice.
Awesome crew. Anna Moore over there gave me a bunch of hoodies. I gave a couple to you.
You gave a couple to me. Yeah, I wore one on the show, and I gave one to Barb Burkett.
Yes, Barb. Well, Barb's from Thunder Bay.
Yeah, so she wanted the other one.
The Sleeping Giant, by the way. You told me you saw this in Timmins. It's by the head frame. I knew you were up to no lying again.
It's a floating piece of driftwood at Gillies Lake. Is that what it is?
Bad. All right, pal, come on. What else are you chatting about? I'm excited to chat
Timmins
with Cory.
Rock. Yeah, Timmins Rock back at it tomorrow, playing some great hockey, coming off back-to-back wins out of a possible 3 over the weekend.
Yeah, go Rock,
trip.
go.
Yeah, so they're going to be back against the French River Rapids tomorrow night, 7:30. And the puck will drop. I will be there. My kids will be there. My kids are turning into rock fanatics now. They love going to the games. And again, you know, cheap, inexpensive night out. Tickets on sale at timminsrock.com.
Love the Rock. Yeah. I actually haven't even made it to a game yet. I'm probably going to go this weekend. What, Friday and Saturday?
No, they're just Friday.
Just Friday.
This weekend. So
and you're going to be there?
7:30.
I'll skip that game. I see you.
You could
give me a game that you're not at.
Boys.
Give me a game you're not at. Kids, but, you're always there. The voice of the Rock. So the voting we're going to chat about in a second with Cory.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that with
Women's
Cory
Information
Robin.
Network.
Women's the Women's Information Network. If you follow them on Facebook, they are in desperate need for donations for a silent auction they have for their upcoming meeting in November. And they say if you can, email wintimmins@gmail.com and help the ladies out.
Yeah, and if you want to get involved, you're a woman in the community looking to network with some pretty amazing women. Entrepreneurs. Business women.
It's a great way to chat.
An awesome crew. We had them on the show a while back.
We did, a couple weeks back.
You should send them a message to do some pretty cool things. You tried to show up in a wig at the meeting, but they kicked you out.
They said no.
Yeah, it's just for women.
Out of here. Yeah, the Women's Network. But, you know, when they were on, the ladies were bringing their other halves, and they didn't frown upon it. So other halves are.
You don't have another half. You're just a half right now. Are you?
Still looking for the other half, yeah.
Okay, still looking. Oh,
so, there we go.
All right, pal.
Always
what else
making fun of my love life on this show.
Always.
2 years running now.
Yes.
Right.
2 years.
And continuing on here. Back to Katie's Creations, talking about the scrunchies, the 12-day and the 24-day advent calendars. I had a few people ask, you know, where do we get them? You just go to her Facebook page. If you missed the interview, go back. Our shows always stay online. And you can re-watch. She answers all the messages except for when she's sleeping. Katie's Creations, and again, the 12-day, 24-day advent calendars available in the $40 for the 12 and the $75 for the 24 scrunchy pack.
Stop bugging. That just encourages me to do it more, Janice.
He's like that, you know, the middle child.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah, the middle child. Halloween in the downtown. So yes, of course, we're part of the list.
Yeah.
We're really going to be rocking on Halloween here, pal.
Yeah,
so,
we are. 67 3rd is going to be on the list. So make sure you come on by. We're going to have some treats.
Yeah.
And again, that's from 9:30 a.m. to about 4:30 in the afternoon. Great place to get your kids, you know, doing the trick or treating before. Right. You know, not having to go out at night. They can get it all done and go to bed early on time.
Every kid's dream to not have to go out Halloween night and go to bed early. Is that every kid's dream?
No.
Is that what you're doing with your kids?
Parents with young kids.
Yeah.
So they can still hit, the 7, 8 o'clock bedtime. And
right. You send your kids to bed at 5 o'clock on Halloween?
No, never. Never.
I am cold, Lori. Lori still never told us if she saw the new Halloween.
Halloween Ends. Yeah, go see that one. A lot of people watching that one in the theaters. Last but not least, we want to talk about the Mount Joy Fire Station over on Shirley. They're also getting into the Halloween spirit. They wanted us to mention Halloween night from 6 to 8:30. If your kids love trick-or-treating, love getting up close with the big fire trucks, you can do some trick-or-treating. And they've got some fun games and activities at the fire station.
Yeah, I missed that like the last couple of years. These businesses not open for Halloween. So that's awesome. And yes, I saw Mel's comment. Yes, okay, you can trick-or-treat all you want here.
You can.
All right.
No age limits here. I always see memes that say, you know what, I'm not giving kids who come in, older, wearing stubble, any candy. You know what, if they're willing to come door to door, it keeps them busy that way.
Oh, Lori
they
says,
deserve a
who wants to go with Lori to the new Halloween movie? No one wants to go with that's ridiculous. Lori's like one of the, if not the biggest Halloween fan in this community. All right, are you ready to bring Cory on?
Cory Robin. He's running for Ward 5. And again, the election just around the corner. It's hard to believe the election day is coming up on Monday. So we're going to chat with Cory.
All right, let's bring him on.
Celebrate like the new year. It's like you know what you're doing. Move till you're losing control. Oh, put up your glass for a toast now. Let's make it last to the sundown. Tell him
There we go. He's here, Kinsman.
Through the magic.
That was not subtle at all. It's
No,
like, bang, here's
you're
Cory.
boom. You're right on.
Magic of social media.
Mark,
Here he is.
Mark has a
Cory
hot
Robin
date
is here.
tonight, so he's like he said,
don't
get
know.
rid of all the transitions. Right in the Cory.
Yeah, I'm going to hijack real quick and say hi to my kids, Kanan, Bailey, and Emma. You should go brush your teeth and go to bed. It's,
you got to listen to your dad.
Yeah, he's just kidding. Did you hear his advice for Halloween? Hey, you get the kids to bed at 5 o'clock and let's wrap it up early. That's
actually really good. You just run up and down third.
Go up and down. You know how much candy you can get going to all the business? There's got to be over, like that list, over 90-something businesses.
That sounds like a fun
Well, we're gonna be one of the businesses doing this.
Pillowcases. You probably need about 2 pillowcases to get through the downtown.
But I'm saying, okay, yes, that's awesome, but you're not going to get your kids to go to bed at 5 o'clock on Halloween.
No.
That's
one could hope.
Well, one could hope.
One could hope, but that's not going to happen. No. See, I'm looking for a reason to dress up in my costume, which is one of those electric inflatable arm dudes.
You got that?
And it's nice and big and tall and yellow, and you can't miss me. So I'm just going to walk up and down there with my kids, because why not?
Why not? Would you do like a big? Would you hold like a KINZ and KLOMP banner with that?
I'll stop by and I'll do a little twirly thing. I'm not very good at it, but I'll do it for a second. Why not?
All right. So Cory Robin is running for Ward 5. So Mark and I, we sometimes get confused with the wards. Ward 5 is like the biggest ward in the community.
Yes.
That's the bulk of Timmins.
So you have 4 councillors representing Ward 5, and Ward 5 runs from Highway 655 to the river, about halfway to the dump, and almost all the way to LaForest Road. So Kaleidoscope is basically where it ends.
Okay.
And that's basically, I hate to say it this way, but Timmins proper, like the urban area of Timmins, there is about 20,000 people. More than half of the population of Timmins is within, 5 clicks of this spot.
Wow.
So there's 4 of us.
It's a big area.
And there's
a lot of
4
people
representing,
running.
and there's 10 people running.
10 people running.
10 is that the most it's been in a few elections? 10 people running.
The last election there was 14.
Oh, so it's gone down.
It's gone down. Yeah.
I have to say this, and follow me here and tell me if you agree. I always say it takes, and I told Michelle this, I told Andrew this, it takes a real special person to run for council. And what I mean, you're not doing it to get rich. Yeah, there's some compensation, but it's not like having like a full-time job. And unless you're aspiring for a lifelong career in politics, I would have to assume people running care about this community getting better, whether you agree with their stances or not. Right. Because you take a lot of heat in these roles, because when it comes to politics, just like religion, everyone has a different perspective, right?
That's right. So honestly, like myself, like if you look at every candidate, they're all have their hearts in the game. They all really want to do their version of what Timmins should be better to be.
Yeah.
And we all work hard to do that. So we all put our platforms forward, and we all just kind of see what our personalities are like. And for me, it's my heart in this because I want to see Timmins to be a place where my kids stay, my kids grow up here and want to be here. And that's something I've heard countless times over the last few years from other people. You know, how are we making Timmins a better place? How are we making it safer? And at the end of the day, how do we measure that? Well, when my son or daughters go to college, I want them to have a beautiful place to come back to with jobs and a wonderful lifestyle and those things. And that's ultimately, if you boiled my whole campaign down, that's what it is. It's about making sure it's a great place for our kids to grow up and live. And, you know, baby steps to get there.
You mentioned you had a post today, and it was talking about expediting the process to get a permit for people can build. And I do like this because if I find one thing that needs to be improved, and this is an outsider looking in because I don't sit on council, I think there's a sense of frustration because things are taking so long. So we know what a lot of the hot issues are. Yeah. But there's a lot of positives too. Mark and I talk about the positives all the time, but a lot of and I find, like, you know, every time there's an issue, maybe another committee has to be established and a report needs to be done. And I think a lot of people, no matter where you stand, are looking for people or the maybe council to lead some action, decisive action moving forward. I know it's not as easy as it sounds, but do you feel like the next group that gets together is going to be focused on making some changes as quick as possible?
During this council, we had a lot of conversations about yet another study. Like, we're going to put another committee together to do another thing. Whereas, why? This council should come forward and say, like, look, we've done all these things. Here are the things we've done the research, we've had the committee, we've had the talk, we've had the public engagement. Why haven't we actually done any of this stuff yet? And that's kind of what I'm looking forward to in this council, is just driving that. It's like, hey man, we did the study for the composting. What are we doing for that?
Like, you talk the talk, let's time to put it into play now.
I can't swear, but blank or get off the pot kind of deal. Like, it's enough spending tens of thousands of dollars on books that sit on shelves for future councils to argue over, but no one does anything. Yeah. And I'm just as sick as that as everybody else. There's questions we're going to get, and because, you know, we don't need to be a fortune teller, because we all know what some of the hot issues are. Oh, yeah. And one is the area we're sitting in right now. Yep. A lot of concerned business owners and citizens and families about the crime downtown. It's not an easy fix, obviously, and there's many things involved, but what are some of the things you believe, you know, council could be doing, sort of, you know, the low-hanging fruit to start making people feel safer in the community? Well, one of the things is, and I hate to put it this way, is the council can't just suggest to the police force, you know, what to do. It's time for us to say, look, get a cop, make a march up and down the street, you know, push some of the people who are causing the problems out of the downtown and make relationships with the business owners. This is no longer a suggestion to ask them, hey, maybe we should do this, maybe we should. No, it's time to say, just do it. Do a trial for 6 months, do a trial for a year and see how it's working.
See if it works.
Because the perception of safety isn't exactly the same as the reality of safety. But if we feel abandoned downtown, and up until recently I worked downtown, if we feel abandoned, then we feel abandoned, and that's just not the case. And we need Timmins Police to do something. And it's time to stop asking politely and just council orders the department to do so.
Right.
And there's got to be a mechanism for us to do that. And my hand goes up when we suggest that.
You know, Marcus is saying K9 units, and yeah, definitely more visibility. Now, does it come down to hiring, recruitment of more police officers? Because like everyone else, every other business, a lot of them are spread thin.
Yes, exactly. And it always comes down to resource management. And when you go resources, when we say TPS has limited resources, what we really mean is how much money do they have? And resources is a code word for how much cash are we taking from the taxes to do this. So it's a balance of not taxing everybody triple or 4 times the amount so we can have a cop on every corner, but balancing what's affordable to live in our city with the resources we have so that we can hire so many cops. So recruitment is always a challenge, but we do have police officers there. Or maybe we can retask someone, or we can offer more enticing packages to recruit more police officers. Again, balancing the resources, which is cash, with what we need. And I think we need to have a few more officers.
A few more on the beat.
A few more with boots who can walk up and down the street and just make sure that, you know, we feel safer in our businesses here. And also with that safety part is that the businesses here seem to be easily broken into because we've lived in a town for such a long time that we haven't had to face this kind of crime since the 70s.
Yeah.
So a lot of these businesses don't have the most secure, most fortified locks, so they're easy to break into. So what I would suggest is to use the existing programs that we have at the city and tweak them so that we can fund more security upgrades, more cameras, more bars on the inside of windows and things like that. If you look at Micasa's, they have a beautiful, beautiful setup. It doesn't look like there's bars on the windows. It's very nice.
No,
Yeah, well,
she
actually,
just
the
had that
comment,
done.
if you could
Yeah.
post up the last comment there, Austin. Yeah, thank you.
We're from there. She is right there.
yeah.
We are abandoned downtown. There she is.
And I feel that, and I want that to change. And how do we change that? By tweaking the things that we can do. So I'm all for getting the beat cop downtown. I'm all for paying for these security upgrades so that, like, I know we don't all want bars on all our windows, but that's a fact of the 2022. And that's a fact of life now with all the opioids going on.
Because we feel like Mikasa is like a business that's been, oh my God, they've been through like so much, including a lot of
just
other
this
ones.
last summer,
Yeah,
like this summer.
And I feel like
Recently, too.
if there isn't decisive action, people are going to start taking things in their own hands. And that's not the route you want to go. It's not the safe route. It's not the proper route. But I think, some business owners and community members feel like pushed into a corner.
Yep. Yeah, and I've spent the last few years really trying to figure out how we can do it. And now with the new council, with the new members on council, we can very likely figure out how to tweak the programs to do the best effort, to do the best effect for downtown. And I know what to do. I just need 4 other people really to work with me to be able to do that.
To grab the reins and to move forward with you. Now, cops, on the street, a foot patrol. What else do you see aside from the foot patrol that would need to be a big change coming forward?
There's a couple of things. So you take that big homelessness circle, and we have if you take everybody in town who's homeless and you put them in a big circle, just to talk, and then you've got a couple of different parts in that circle. You have mental health problems. You have some of them are criminals. Some of them just can't afford to live in the in town, and we have like mental health addictions, all these different things, and then we have people who are passing through who just got stuck here. Like imagine you're coming down to court from one of the surrounding areas. The police will be more than happy to bring you to the court, but when you're remanded, they're more than happy to just open the front door and have a great day.
Right.
And now you're stuck in Timmins. So what if there's a program that we can develop that says, hey, bud, okay, you're from Cap, you want to go back to Cap, or you want to go back to Sudbury,
There should be a means to get them back.
Like, how do we, instead of being put out into the street and all of a sudden you're homeless, what if there's a way to say, okay, man, we have a small program, we can put you back to where your sister lives? Because there's that viral video recently, Buddy's from Kingston, he has a sister, he wants to go back there. How do we do that? He's homeless here, but he has support structure somewhere else. Can we do that? Can we offer that? I think that's one of the things that we can do there. Another one is that we're talking about affordable housing for some people. Some people, they're on ODSP, they can't afford $2,000 a month rent.
Yeah.
So we want to get them into a house, into an apartment. But there aren't any, it's all full. So why can't we put together another co-op system where there's affordable housing, where the guy who doesn't need much, he doesn't need granite countertops, he just needs a place to stay. Why can't we do that? So I've seen those needs, and I need 4 other people on council with that kind of mindset to do something, as opposed to keep hiring consultants looking for their next rental payment.
I always thought that, and I think if there was more webcams downtown, this isn't the solution. It's just part of the solution. And I know there are people that really care and are very proactive on the safety of this community would keep their eyes on those webcams almost constantly throughout the night. We need a lot of supervision here in the evening hours, a lot of supervision, and it's more than just visibility during the day, because people like Mikasa don't want to have to wake up at 4 a.m. and find out that
the phone call,
their glass has been smashed,
notifications
their products
that
have
your
been
door's
stolen.
been kicked in, it's got to be the worst.
It is
phone call
hard
to
enough
take.
to make an earning as a small business owner. Without that, Marcus says you have a support. How do we?
I'm going to say hi to my grandmother.
We have a grandmother in here?
Yeah, my grandmother's watching.
There we
Grandma.
go. Yeah, there's the Northern Ontario
Yes, the
Angels.
NOA. They say, go, Cory, go. We appreciate the work you do on our board of directors. You make an awesome difference in Timmins. across the north.
Oh, thanks, guys. Appreciate that.
Yeah, you have a lot of visibility in the community. You definitely attend and support a lot of events. I think, you definitely, that's a strong positive of Cory. Like even before, like we met Cory, like we'd see him everywhere. Yeah.
I was stalking you guys. That's what I was doing.
But see, you were stalking us again.
Highly visible.
Again, getting stalked again. I love it.
And again, in today's day and age, you need to be visible. With social media, you're out there. Not only shaking hands, but in chat groups, threads. You're boisterous. Always, adding your 2 cents, which
and I do that on purpose.
Key.
Because you can't lead the community from your basement. You have to be out there and find out what people are talking about, what they want, what the issues are. Like I would never know about half the stuff in town if I wasn't out just being available. People talk to me all the time. I'm very approachable. I try my best to listen and I really take those things to heart. Half the stuff you hear me say on council is something that I've heard at a grand opening. Or you guys with your show with people on here. So
and like we say, now that the information is out there, they're definitely looking for a council to take decisive action. And anytime you any election, you hear the word change, it's thrown around everywhere. It's not just unique to Timmins. I always felt like change is good in terms of voting, but you don't want too much because you don't want a room of people who are just very. This is their first time around. You also want some experience because that can open you up to more mistakes. I think you do need a nice blend, but it's important to have the experience there, but some fresh perspective, but not a complete turnover. That could be disastrous.
That speaks to that idea of why do we keep having studies? It's because we have counselors who are new, who don't have the history, who haven't been around to realize that we've done this study before. This is what the answers were. But if you have all new counselors, then that's what they do. They try to find out a solution, and nobody's perfect, and we don't have all the answers, so we try to find them. So I like the balance between having people who are new, because I'm looking forward to several new counselors who's going to bring new ideas that I can champion or just pull aside and be like, that's not really going to work, but here's how we can make it work. Because I grew up on that mantra where it was the old man's club at City Hall. And when I was probably a few years ago, I thought, I'm not going to be an old man. I'm going to go up and do my best and be one of those young punks there on City Hall. And in a few years, I'll be one of those old men and I'll just retire.
Yeah, and we need a happy medium of change with young minds to some old school. Yes, enough with the million studies. Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I think there's a time to do studies, to have committees, and I think we've done that. I think they're ready to move forward. So, obviously, this once again not unique to Timmins. We do have to, help people in mental health crises in the community. We do have to make sure that our community members are safe. Those are well-known issues. Is there anything else that's on the top of your mind of how we could move forward in a positive manner?
Well, positively, there are new opportunities for mines growing both north and west of us. That is going to potentially bring hundreds of primary jobs, and those are industry jobs. And for every one miner, there's probably 10 suppliers. This is 10, that's 5, this is 10. 10 supplying jobs that come in. So for every, so when Canada Nickel says we're going to hire 200 full-time employees, that really trickles into 2,000 jobs in town. Everything from direct suppliers to the mine to you guys, KINZ and KLOMP. All of those things funnel together. So we have some wonderful opportunities coming, and I want to be able to tell those miners or tell those new employees, move into Timmins, buy a house, build a house. Let's make it easy for you to build your family here. You can go swimming. There's lakes, there's fishing, there's all kinds of stuff. Promote us as a wonderful place to live. But we also have warts like everybody else, and we're working on those too. We have a progressive council. So I think that going forward, we're in a great place to grow. But I think one of my statements to one of the press is, I love Timmins, warts and all, and as long as we're working on our warts, we'll be able to have a great city.
Working on our wart. There you go. Kid's been working on
that's the tagline.
Mark needs
Cory's got warts.
You're the dry ice on the warts.
We had a question for Catherine. Very interesting question. And I know it's hard to endorse people when you're in an election campaign. But I love this question. I like the idea of being proactive. I'm wondering which mayoral candidate would be proactive like this and work with council. Obviously, you want to work with the leader that's going to be proactive. I think I have a vision in my mind who that may be, but I don't know. You probably have reviewed everyone that's running. That must be important. You're going to have to work with a leader that's going to want to sort of get the work right away, right?
Yeah, so it's a matter of whether we work with the mayor and council to do something, or we get council to do something on its own, regardless of what the mayor thinks. Because 5 votes on council is 5 votes. That's the bylaw.
Yeah.
But with a mayor, it really makes things easier. So while I'll not endorse any particular mayor candidate because that's not my job, I do have a sign in my yard for one, because I think while each of them I know in some way or another, they do have the best intention for the city at heart, and they all want to come to the table and work. I don't know how they want to see that, what their exact vision is, but all 3 of their visions are in line with that beautification of Timmins, making Timmins a better place to be. And if we have that, I'm sure that if I extend an olive branch, they would take it, each one of those. And if they extend an olive branch to me, I would take it. And no matter who is picked for mayor, I'm positive that we'll be able to get a message across of being a better place.
Yeah, because I think the last thing people want to read the next day or hear about it on KINZ and KLOMP, eh? Reading's old school. But the last thing people want to hear about the next day is like in-council fighting, when nothing was solved. Right? All they're doing is there's an argument between each other, whether it's transparency issues, whether it's a vote, or whether it's like personal indifferences. People definitely want to hear, okay, these were the issues, and this is our plan. This is how we move forward on this.
This is what's going to start, day one after, the election.
And that's where being a councillor is actually a job. It's almost a full-time job. Because part of that is, like, take example for the mat tax. I had an idea for what we should do with the mat tax. But my idea didn't survive speaking to other councillors. Okay. So I says, okay, JB, we want to do something with the mat tax. There's some money there. What do you think you want to see? Well, I want to see lines painted. Okay, well, that's not quite what I want to do there. There's quite a bit of money for that. I want to fix the Hollinger Park. How do you want to fix that? How do we want to develop the terms of reference and things like that? So then you and I are on the same page. Right. So I've taken my ideas, bounced it off you. You've made my idea stronger. I've taken your ideas. Now it's a we idea. And then I go speak to another councillor. Hey, Mark, this is what we're thinking about. And then we put it together. And then we, sit with the mayor for a bit. And like, this is what we're coming to the idea of. We're putting it together. It's an ad hoc committee, kind of just chatting. Yeah. And then when it becomes something that you actually want to do, and it's not nothing, then you bring it to council. Right. And then you say, okay, well, these are the ideas. So this might not pass today, but everybody has an idea and they have a comment. And then that makes this thing firmer and stronger, because at the end of the day, I got to get everybody's vote. And then we can do that and move it forward. So that's where council becomes a job. 1 step at a time. One little piece, your idea becomes something that'll actually work forward. And now we have an event space, and I hope to continue to work on that event space.
That's right. Do you think we are doing enough to attract youth to our community? And I've said this publicly, like, many times. I never mind giving my opinion on this show. I've always liked Steve, because I think Steve had in mind doing exciting things for the community. And sometimes it's where you're at in your life. Maybe, if you're thinking retirement, maybe a pool is not as important to you. Yeah. Maybe it is, but maybe it's not if you don't.
But it's important to someone else.
I always liked his vision, because at that time I had young children. Now I got pain in the butt teenagers. You don't even have to. So now I don't even care what they get around here. But no, but like, I like that vision, and that could be a bad pun, black or white type thing, where people agreed or they didn't. Yeah. But are we doing enough? Like, I feel like we're not.
I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. I know that pushing forward a multi-million-dollar grandiose plan is not something Timmins wants. But having a vision and then incrementally going towards that vision is something that Timmins is finding palatable. So no one wants anyone to run on a $5 million pool or a big arena or an event center or something like that. But if we look forward and say, yes, I want to put a convention center in town, that'd be great. Yeah. But that's not this term, and that's going to be part of that slow incremental. Because, if you build it, they will come is absolutely a lie. It doesn't work. What you got to do is you got to find someone who needs something. And right now we need an event space, so we're working on one.
Work in the event space.
When the event space is top notch and attracts people from all over northeastern Ontario, great. We'll start our eyes on something else. $150,000 at a time, and never mind this $5 million thing
Yeah.
that everyone
Put up
needs.
this new facility, then it's
Well, the
like,
Maple Leafs are not
say no one
relocating to
sees it.
Timmins there, Mark.
No, they won't be.
As much as you're looking to vote for someone who said they would.
Well, it's funny you say the Leafs, but people saying we need to upgrade the McIntyre Arena.
Yes, and that would be a great place to begin, because we have that mat tax, and once we create the outdoor space that'll hold 5,000 or 10,000 people, then we can start to build that kitty up using the mat tax for the MAC, because the mat tax at the end of the day is for community infrastructure, something that every single one of us can use, and enjoy.
That's
and
where the money
bring
would
things,
go.
and that's where the money should go. So once we get the plan for X and Y, then I could totally see the MAC being upgraded, because it is a community feature. It deserves some love, and we should make a plan to slowly give it some using the mat tax. And the mat tax is visitor money, not resident money. It's not your money. It's
Not as they
it's other
say,
people's
why
money.
would we be paying for that out of our tax-paying dollars?
Right.
That's not the case with the mat tax.
Right. If we upgraded the MAC in 4 or 5 years because we've upgraded the event center, we can say this was not paid for by you. It's paid for by the events held in it.
Wow.
Here's a question.
This
there.
is from Chad
We'll put you to work there,
DeBano.
Mark.
He's the owner of Elite Geeks. Cory Robin, what time will you be doing Toke Street this year so we can be
Oh,
behind you
so he
again
wants the
listening to
Halloween-
you scream?
Yeah,
the
You get scared at you get scared at the haunted house.
$3.95
Yes,
Toke
he was
with Mark
behind me
Lacroix.
on the Toke Street, and they scared the crap out of me. Oh my God. I'm not going to spoil it. But like, I screamed like a little girl,
Yeah.
and my son ran, and my
Yeah.
girls laughed at me for the rest of the day.
Well, we're going there.
We're going there on the
next week
27th. We'll be
to
there.
do something.
Yeah, to check it out.
Another buzz thing. So I don't own a snow machine, and Kinsman, he's never fished in his life, even though he tells
I've
me he has.
fished.
He never
I've
has.
fished.
He doesn't know. He didn't know what a
Might
minnow
not own a
is.
boat, but I've been on other people's boats.
I completely understand why having access to proper amenities and trails are important to our community for snow machines and ATVs. One, we live in Northern Ontario. It's an awesome recreational sport. It brings in a lot of tourism money here, and a lot of people love these outdoor adventures. God bless them. That's not for me, but I understand why it's important. Are we doing enough to attract folks that are in the snow machining and ATVing, or restricting them a little too much?
So what we did, okay. That's kind of a two-part question.
Yeah,
So,
it's a big one.
So the first part is we put the bylaw in place to allow snow machines on the streets, and with the purpose and the idea of go from your house to a trailer go to your house to a trail without putting it on a trailer.
Issues,
right?
yes.
And then we are advertising that now. So we use the slice of that mat tax to do a northeastern Ontario kind of do the sledding tour. Come from Michigan, come on up. Stay a couple of nights in Timmins, stay a couple of nights in Cochrane, stay a couple of nights in Hearst, do all the snowmobiling, come spend your money. We like your money, come spend it here.
Right.
So we use a little bit of that mat tax to be able to do that, and that's going to be advertising this winter, and that's the snow machines. Now, the ATV question is the same thing. The ATVs aren't as, I'm going to shoot myself in the foot here. So in conversations with the police, there's concerns about ATV ridership safety, about cornering and braking and lights and things like that as you're driving down the street. So I understand that, which is why I'm against like booting up and down 3rd Avenue or by schools with an ATV. And I really like the idea of going from your house to a trail using the ATV without having a trailer. So basically the same rules as a snow machine. But I'm not sure if they're there this year, because I want to say, why are you taking your ATV? You're going to go to a trail? Perfect. Take your street, go down the alleyway, go ahead. But until there's trails there, and I think they're releasing them this year, so I'm hoping to see a presentation from the ATV guys to come back to council and say, like, look, this is our advertising, this is the stuff we're doing with our ATVs. Can I go from Patricia to Toke, down Brousseau to the trail? And I think we should. I think that we're there. I think that we're there at the point where you can take your ATVs or your side-by-side
safely,
to do a few things in a safe manner. I have a hard time with allowing going down 3rd Avenue or by kids with schools and things like that. So again, the same kind of thoughts as the snow machine. I just think the ATVs are, I think they're there this year, but they weren't last year. So when they come back to council and they convince me that they already have. I've spoken to the ATV guys. that I think that when they come back and they ask, they'll have a good plan, and they'll be in the same spot as the snow machines. And I'm okay with that.
Good.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah. I feel like we shouldn't be distracting from it. Joanne, so the 4% tax,
Yeah, 4%.
is that the
That's
MAT
the MAT tax. So
That is
whenever
the
I
MAT
say
tax, yeah.
municipal accommodation tax, the MAT tax, that's about $150,000 a year to the city, and then we have a committee set up, and that's actually, if you drive down Park and you see the gravel where Rock on the River was, that's from the MAT tax. So that's the visitors' money. The 4% of the hotels paid for that.
I saw that. I
Not-
just drove
not
by
me,
that
not
today.
you.
We should start using that where Rock in the River was a little bit more, like, I think the Beauce Carnival could be there.
Yes.
Like they'll probably be looking at that
Well,
next
they were looking
year.
at
If
that.
you
Well,
can
here's the
get
thing.
like a bigger.
They were looking
a
at that
bigger
space this
carnival
year for their
style.
50th anniversary.
Yeah, that's
wasn't
right.
quite ready.
It wasn't quite
Yeah.
ready yet.
But it's ready
couldn't bring
now?
them all. So
Kinsman's
next
still
year they
looking
could
for his
bring all
iPhone
the
there from
rides.
a couple
No,
years
because we
ago.
were talking to the organizers from Beauce. They said if we had that space, and when that space is ironed out, which it is now, she was saying that they can bring back every single ride and make it a kick-ass 51st anniversary here.
So the gravel is there.
Yeah.
The gates are up. It should be okay. Now, I don't want to speak out of turn, and I don't want to shoot anybody's foot off. But if Beauce would talk to the city, I believe that it's either available to be used this year, or it'll almost be there. So I'm hoping that if not this year, then the next year Beauce will be there and they'll take the whole thing up.
Yeah,
Because that's what it's for. That's what it's for.
Yeah, it's supposed to
For
be
entertainment.
for
And
more
again.
events than that. Okay, so before we move on over, is there anything that you would like to talk about? Chat to the folks that haven't voted online yet, made a decision.
And speaking
Anything
of
you want to tell
online-
folks that may not know you?
Oh, I'm Cory. I'm a little socially awkward. My hobby is cooking, which we'll see on the other side.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm very appreciative of the people who've reached out to me on Facebook and LinkedIn and everything else about voting. And you can vote online, timmins.ca/elections. You should have got your voter card. I have a family here. My kids are young. They walk to school. And, this has been my home for a very long time, my whole life, in fact. I've lived in Schumacher and South Porcupine and Timmins. And I've watched it ebb and flow over the years, and I'm just proud to be here, proud to do this, and happy to be here.
There he is, Cory Robin.
And you can
Thanks,
vote
guys.
for Cory.
Yeah.
You can vote for anybody for the upcoming municipal election. And again, unlike years past, you can vote online. I was reading comments online saying that is voter turnout right now online low right now? How would they know that?
I hear it's pretty good. I don't know any other thing other than what's the
I saw a comment saying that it was low, but you're saying it is half decent.
There
right
was
now.
an interview with the city clerk, and he says the online uptake is pretty good this year. So
Yeah.
that's that. I don't know any
Yep.
other.
Get
I
out,
wish I could see
Get
it.
out and vote. Yeah.
Yep,
Get out and
Timmins.ca/elections, and all you need is that PIN number or the VI. What is it?
So you have a voter ID and
Yeah.
a PIN and your voter's card. If you did not get it, call Service Timmins or go to City Hall, show your ID, and you'll get it.
And you can type that in online if you wanted to get the vote done.
All
Talking to
right.
a lot of people saying, it was easy peasy.
Easy
Yeah,
peasy?
easy peasy online.
There,
yeah.
And
there's
yes,
a term that makes us look old.
I do paint Warhammer minis. I am artistic a little bit, which I enjoy. I have a different Instagram for that.
You'll have to check. Okay, I'd like to know who you have on your lawn.
Yeah, who's on your lawn? They're going to be driving by your
You'll have to follow me
house
home, I
tonight.
guess.
Is it a he or she? Can
I'm
we?
not going anywhere near that.
I'm not going anywhere with that.
There's Lori saying, best of luck, Cory Robin. I saw you at my work, but didn't have the opportunity to chat. You'll do well. Thumbs up.
Yeah.
Thanks, Lori.
There we go. So Cory definitely has
Yvonne saying a vote,
a
Cory.
lot of support. Okay, so here's the deal. We're going to head over to what we call the segment studio.
Segment studio and eat
hold on,
fire
Kinsman.
hot wings.
You're going to get enough turns over there. I mentioned, look at him. Like, you see how he bullies
He's
me?
so excited.
Everyone
Yeah,
always
so
witnessed it. Yes.
Well, I'm kind of terrified
Yes.
here. People say,
This
have you
is gonna be
tried
extra
Mel and
wing.
Cory's wings before? No, but
Yes.
they say you're going to probably need a fire extinguisher to
Yeah.
douse the flames.
Well, we boiled down 9 ghost peppers into a jar, so it should be fun.
Yeah, so it's going to be awesome. So first of all, you two are going to be doing that. I'm going to be watching.
He's going to be the moderator again.
The moderator.
So
Make it
put the
sound so
comments.
fun.
Who is going to bail for the glass? Like they've got milk in there, so that's what's terrifying me right now.
No,
the
glass of milk.
aides for the hot wings. Who's going to bail first? Myself, or is it going to be Cory?
It's going to be you, Kinsman. All right, so let's thank our sponsors.
For windows and doors, Beachcomber Hot Tubs, and Marquee Spas, go visit Urban Windows and Doors. You can see their showroom at 1185 Riverside Drive, Timmins. Call them 705-264-1113. And Tim Jamieson, he's looking for your vote for the upcoming election. Elect Tim Jamieson, Ward 4. In DAP Cleaning Solutions, Andrew N. Booking now for your carpet cleaning, strip, and wax jobs for your commercial units today. Call for your free quote, 705-465-3500. In the Northern Ontario Expo Halloween Bash, do you have plans? Well, you do now. Porcupine Dante Club on Saturday, October 29th. Music by Kyle Cote and Sound Magic from 8:30 to 1 a.m. for the 18-plus crowd. Tickets, $25. And Lisa Froment, Fly With Me music fundraiser concert for breast cancer, November 18th at the Porcupine Dante Club. We will be your MCs for the night. Get your tickets at eventbrite.ca/flywithme. And how about a free estimate from V&M Renovations? Do you have a kitchen, bathroom reno that needs done? Call Max and Justin today, 705-372-3832. And the 4th annual Toke Street Haunted House. Mark Lacroix and his spooky cast members are looking for you on October 30th and October 31st. $3.95 Toke. And just like years past, bring a non-perishable food item for the Porcupine Food Bank as admission. And Claim Post Realty Limited Brokerage, when you're looking to seal the deal, look no further than Albert Seal. Visit them online, albertseal.com. You can call today if you're buying or selling, 705-465-3493. And the Downtown Timmins BIA is still looking for Christmas floats for the parade. Saturday, November 12th, 6 p.m. Register your float for $40. Info at downtowntimmins.com. And Dare Timmins class is still happening at the Timmins Public Library for students in grades 6 and 7 who have never taken the course before. And Ken Waljit Kaur and Badadur Singh Bains proudly presents the first annual Festo Wall of Diwali. Happens this Sunday, October 23rd, 4 to 9 at Northern College. And Mine Safety Solutions, when you're looking to be safe, especially with propane and chainsaw safety training, look no further than Anthony at Mine Safety Solutions, 705-221-3811. And Plant-Based Marché wants to cater your next event, 175 3rd Avenue, Timmins. You can also find them on Skip the Dishes, 705-221-1755. And Halloween ends. How will it end? Check it out. Showtimes and tickets online at imaginecinemas.com. In Jackpot City Gaming, bingo, Vegas-style games, fully licensed, 251 1st Avenue, Timmins, and also Progressives and Taptics Gaming. And digital marketing and social media strategies this week with the Business Enterprise Center. If you're a small business, look no further than the Business Enterprise Center and Small Business Week marketing strategies this week. And Cory Robin is looking for your vote for Ward 5. The election coming up on Monday. If it's Ward 5, vote Cory Robin. Timmins.ca/elections.
I should say before we begin, Kinsman has already spilt his milk.
Already spilled the milk. What do they say? You don't cry over spilled milk.
And you spilled it.
We've almost got a catastrophe here in the segment.
You went for a drink before you even had a bite of the wing.
Can't even pour the milk, let alone.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
it was the eyes of the milk jug.
Klompy needs to do this. Yeah. No, I'm too much of a baby for this, Lloyd. Okay, so Cory, you want to walk us through because your lovely wife has put together. Look how awesome this presentation is, by the way.
This is amazing.
So I'll say thank you to my wife Mel for putting all this together.
Thanks, Mel.
She made these, and this is part of our hobby. So together, our hobby is to cook and do things. Mm-hmm. And when we had the challenge, and when I says I'm going to challenge them to hot ones, she immediately says I'll make all the sauces.
And she was making them last night. I was terrified seeing some of her posts saying that her eyes were burning, wearing masks, fumigating your kitchen. How tough are these sauces that we're going to be eating?
So we have 3 from Crafts, and these 3 are from Heartbeat Hot Sauce. And this is the dill Serrano, which is the mild. And then we have Scorpion.
Ooh,
and this one is the Reaper Mayhem, and this is from Sudbury. And we bought that at a farmer's market. The back of a truck sauces is fantastic. The 3 in the jars are what we made, and this is Blueberry jalapeno maple.
Okay.
So it should have a nice fruity flavor with punch you in the face after. And then pineapple habanero. So this is several boxes of habanero mixed together with a pineapple boiled down. This is what you need the mass for. And this is mango ghost pepper.
Oh my God,
And
that sounds
mango
terrible.
Ghost pepper is
That
a couple
sounds
of packs of
terribly
ghost
hot.
peppers and a mango mixed together. You know, just
Well, and you got my guys there, my guys and gals from Thunder Bay.
Representing
We're
T-Bay.
represented,
There you go, the 807.
Heartbeat folks.
we both like that.
Yeah, they're awesome.
Now,
over there.
which one
So-
will turn you into the sleeping giant out of those ones?
All of them.
Well, yeah, not me.
All of them. Not you. I'm more worried about him.
No, don't-
You should have
don't
seen what
worry.
happened last year. Okay, so
Let's do the first one.
So where are we starting?
So first one here is
This is the green one. This is
the green one.
the-
So this is the dill
You're going to
pickle
be
one.
right.
You ready to
Dill
go?
pickle
This is
one?
dill
Yeah.
pickle.
We
Yeah.
start?
Yeah.
So this is the Heartbeat hot sauce, Thunder Bay folks. Amazing. So you're doing all right there? Mm-hmm. You start off with the mild. Oh, look, right into the bucket, just like being at Wacky's there. You bet you wish you had a nice pint right now, eh, pal? Mm-hmm. We got a milk. Everyone's doing okay. Austin, we don't need the fire extinguisher yet.
A bit of a zing already.
Yvonne says, I want some testers and
Bit of a zing already. So I'm kind of
a
frightened
zing
by
on the mild one?
I'm kind of frightened to go into wing 2 here. Yeah, all right.
You should be a pro at this. This is your second go.
Bit of a fiery heat. Yeah, it's actually pretty good.
If you like the hottest is the hottest 10, and 1, of course, is the lowest, what do you normally eat your wings at?
Wings. Straight Franks. As my comfy zone.
Yeah.
Straight Franks.
What's that, a 5, a 6?
That's going to be like a 4.
Oh, you like it low, all right.
So, but then I do like the occasional, like, really strong ones. So when I do go out to have ones, I'll have a couple of mediums just because I like the wing. But then I'll have a couple of really hot ones just to get the blood pumping.
Yeah, the blood pumping. What a
and the sweat
You're already
flowing.
sweating?
No, not
You're
yet. No.
okay.
No, that was easy.
All
But
right.
look at this. All the
we're number
sauce is
2.
like caked in there now, right?
So what do
So
we...
this one is the blueberry habanero.
Blueberry habanero.
No,
Take a
jalapeno.
take a peek at that one.
I'm getting all the habas and halas.
This is your wife's homemade
So this
sauce.
is
We made that yesterday. Yeah.
So Mel made this. This is the one that if you followed her on Facebook, this is the one she was making. So we're diving into this one now.
All right. She did an amazing job, like, getting those set up, right? Like, the sauce is caked on there.
That's really good.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
You're taking smaller bites there than Cory, I would think.
Well, I'll eat the wing, right?
Don't leave any bone. Oh, I don't know. He's leaving a little bit of meat left on his wing. He may be an early disqualification.
Now, I thought
Is it that hot?
That was milder
good.
than the green one.
Okay.
That was pretty mild.
Okay, so now we're on to 3, right back
That
to
is
Thunder
very
Bay.
nice, though,
Ooh,
yeah.
scorpion.
So now
That's got to be
Now it's going to
ridiculous.
go to like,
Hot?
yeah.
So
Any-
mild to kind of
Yeah.
ease us into the third one here.
Get that beep button ready because this is going to be rough.
Anything with the scorpion as a name can't be pleasant, right? It's got to
No,
have...
Scorpion or what is that one? The Death Reaper. What is this one?
Reaper Mayhem.
Reaper Mayhem.
That's right.
Anything with the word Reaper in it,
Carolina.
I'm having
Reapers.
some issues.
Oh, look, Mel says you can get the dill pickle hot sauce at Plant-Based Marché.
There you go.
Yeah, they're awesome.
Yes, that's right.
That's
Roxy
it.
and
we
Sophie
love 'em over
picking
there.
up the sauces. I like it.
All right, so we're on. This is the scorpion, pal. You don't want
The
to tap
Scorpion. Here we go. I'm not tapping out yet. No.
out? No one even with a glass of milk yet. I can't believe it. Mark, drink the water, not the milk. Joanne is saying. And Austin, you got to find a creepy sound effect.
The cricket says I'm taking so long to eat these.
Yeah, you're.
Okay, that one's hot.
It is hot. Scorpion. Are you surviving?
That one tastes like a bit of Frank's hot sauce on that one.
That one has a lot of zang there. Okay. So how is
That's a good flavor.
how's everyone doing here?
like that,
Okay.
yeah.
I'm okay.
Yeah.
A bit on the scale of heat.
The back of my neck is
Yeah.
sweating a bit.
He's sweating a bit.
I'm feeling it at the tip of the tongue.
Yeah.
And the sides of the mouth now are starting to feel on fire.
And the good news is you're only halfway there.
yeah, only halfway there.
That's
And we
the good
we
news
still
right
have the Death Reaper right over here. This one looks like you dipped it in gravy though. Like this one, if
Yeah,
you said this
that's
was the hottest one as we
Yeah.
get to this one.
That's right.
Yeah.
So now we're back to your wife's homemade products.
Yeah, so this is I was shocked at how many boxes of habaneros she brought into the house yesterday to make this sauce with pineapple to thin it out.
Yeah. These are also the cure for COVID, by the way.
Yeah, that's it.
one bite of these is completely gone. So this is...
when people do the cleanse online, this is another
cleanse. Yeah, that's right.
All right. So this is another one from Mel?
This is ours, yeah.
All right,
Yeah,
Mel, cheers, wings up.
So... How's everyone feeling here? Why am I putting Mark Kinsman through this? He trusts me. He jumps on these opportunities.
I like doing this.
I get to get dressed up as Tinky Winky. Mark takes the hot challenge. You did that pretty good there.
See, it tastes really good.
He says you're going to be drinking water all night, but some people say drink the water. Other people say drink milk.
Or drink beer. I think that's the wrong.
Well, beer's the fun thing to do.
Well, the fat molecules in the milk is what bonds with the hot sauce, the whatever it's called, and then lessens the pain.
That one.
He is sweating.
That one hurt.
Yeah, that one's
a bit of
tingling
zing.
the lips.
Yeah, he's got a little bit of sweat.
This is such a great idea. Let's do this live on TV.
They're
dropping wings on the floor here.
Flaming hoop tomorrow, fellows. Someone said flaming hoop. Flaming hoop. Yes.
Okay, the last one. Not the last one.
Second last one. So tell us about this one now. This is the Reaper Mayhem.
Carolina Reaper. This is like a craft sauce from Sudbury.
Sudbury.
In Sudbury, we were there a few weeks ago.
Well, there we go. Baking soda water will help with the reflux.
Cheers.
Ooh, this one, that smells dangerous.
Yeah, this one smells dangerous.
That's such a big wing too, eh? Corey's just hoping we get to the end here. I think Gibson's actually
This one tastes like a fire.
It tastes like fire?
Yeah.
I love it. Not going to feel good coming out, Joanne says. Jason Dennis says it's going to be, Dob Day tomorrow for both Corey and Mark? Dab Day or Dob Day? Joanne says, what are you doing? Well, they're both eating the hottest wings that you're ever going to see, Joanne. So if Mark has to have a bathroom break tomorrow at the Rock game, you know why.
That's it, eh?
Goal scored by nobody because Kinsman's in the can. So how are we with that one?
Hot sauce. There.
This is a sinus cleaner right now. This one.
Oh, we love JR's hot sauce. He was in here a couple weeks ago. Yeah. Amazing.
Do you have any left? We got a couple of wings left.
You got a couple wings.
That is like, on the heat scale.
Oh,
yeah.
It's starting to reevaluate your life choices.
They say, Corey, it looks like you're going down here.
Just a little bit.
Don from the mini putt says he'll bring you over a snow cone. That'd probably be
all
so
right,
good
Don.
right now.
That actually would actually.
Cone from the mini putt.
Right. I'm at the point now where you talk now. The vibration of the syllables in your voice, I can feel them. They're on fire.
Concentrate on breathing the fire in your mouth.
Wow, that's right.
Okay, last one.
All right. So where do we at? This has to be the big boy, right?
So this is the mango ghost pepper one, and boy, oh boy, I'm hurting from that last one.
Really?
With a mix of all of these.
No, wait. No one's had a milk. No one's had a water. Like you wait to the end.
I have. No, I can.
Does this make you a sissy if you drink? None of you are drinking here.
Nope.
You don't want to drink either?
I'm the host here.
No.
You feel like Corey's going to win if you have a drink? He's too stubborn.
No.
Well, God.
All right.
Ready? MJ says, JJ is cheering you on. Chad said, oh my God, I had bad mornings before, but I'm pretty immune now. All right. Well,
fire breathing. One. I posted a picture of a fire-breathing cat on one person's thread on your sauce thread there.
The people running for mayor should have done this challenge.
Wouldn't that be hilarious?
Are we ready to go?
Cheers.
You all right?
Cheers to this is. Oh, hang on, we didn't do that.
All
right.
Hot drinks for the cure. Well, that's JR's hot sauce. He would know, right? This is a specialty. Mel says she's voting for Corey. Don says he's sweating just watching you guys.
So that one's got a nice flavor, but it's starting to hurt real bad.
It hurts?
That's the problem. I'm eating it slow.
He's taking his time, right? So I don't know if we should award points for like quickest. Like, are you okay with that one or what?
I'm okay. I'm going to still eat this one. Yeah.
Right. The show has to be over at some point, there, Kinsman. How are we feeling, boys?
It's fire.
Fire? Delicious, though?
That one tastes like, is there a mango in that one?
The mango ghost pepper.
That one tastes good.
Yeah. I like that one a lot. I'm going to cry soon.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah.
Don't wipe your eyes with the
Don't
sauce,
touch
pepper,
your
wine
eyes.
like that.
We need a new one of
Need a
those.
fresh
Well,
one.
there are. We got 2 champs here. I'm gonna have to say it was a tough decision, but since no one asked me to judge, but I have to because I'm doing nothing else but talking because I cannot do this. I'm gonna have to give Cory the win only because he ate more of the product. But that's the only reason.
What's up?
But
And I spilled my milk.
and you spilled your. You guys still haven't had a sip of liquid.
Well, when
I
the
know.
camera turns off, I'm
Yeah.
going to cry in the corner, and then we'll be
Yeah.
good.
The lips are tingly, but those are some good wings.
That's fantastic.
Wow.
Well, amazing wings. So, the products that you and Mel make, is that just for you folks? Do you sell them or?
No, that's just what we do. That's
That's
our hobby.
funny.
It's more of like when we've had a stressful
you
day,
see
we figure out
flames yet?
something to
Yep.
do.
He can feel
Hey,
it.
yeah.
First one to drink milk loses. Listen, Chad, they're both like, okay,
Wow.
they're both being strong. No one wants to have the first drink, I feel here.
No.
You want to have
The
one?
milk jug's going, look at me, drink me.
The minute the camera goes off, I know this milk is flying everywhere, but amazing job. It's a good way. Hey,
Yeah.
and let's circle it back to voting. Get out and vote.
Yeah,
right?
get out and vote.
Can you
Remember, if
talk?
you don't vote,
Yeah.
you can't bitch or complain for the next 4 years, all right? If you need something done, vote for who you want and send them questions and say this is what we
Educate
need
yourself,
done.
yeah.
If you live in the ward, this is what you need to do. And
Yeah.
again, timmins.ca/elections. And again, if you don't have the voter information, where do you go there, Mr. Robin?
He's
Burning.
Oh,
I'm just
Brian.
burning.
he's
You
burning.
can still talk. I don't understand. No,
Yeah.
elections.ca, timmins.ca/elections to find out more.
Yeah.
And they'll help you out if you need your voter's card or anything like that.
Yeah, these guys both have burning mouths, but you want me to thank the sponsors?
What's that? No,
Can you do it?
I could go, yeah.
You're still pro?
Let's do this. Yeah, we want to thank our sponsors again. Each and every name we say, we love each and every one of you. Amazing support here in the city, like Mine Safety Solutions with Anthony Gillett.
Yeah, Urban Windows and Doors.
Yes, Tim Jameson, another gentleman running. He's running for Ward 4.
That's
on
right.
Monday.
Could be a fresh face on council.
Yep.
DAP Cleaning Solutions, especially for you. You need someone to help you.
Yeah. Maybe she's got an extinguisher for the lips right now, Andrew and crew. Northern Ontario Expo, Jason Dennis and his team.
Yeah, they're awesome over there. Lisa Fremont, big event coming up November the 18th.
50 tickets sold so far for that event. So November 18th, let's sell a few more and sell it all out. Again, Lisa Fremont, the Fly With Me Cancer Fundraiser, V&M Renovations, Max and Justin.
Yeah,
the
we love them over
renos to do, yes.
The 4th annual Mark Lacroix and Team Haunted House 395 Toke. Big Halloween event in our community.
It
the
is.
30th and 31st.
Yep, you don't want to miss it. And again, donations to the Porcupine Food Bank as your admission, just like years past. Shout out to Albert Seal, who will always seal your deal if you're looking to buy or sell.
That's right. Downtown BIA, get your Christmas floats in for the parade. That's a fun one.
It's going to be a good one. And the first annual festival of Diwali. We're going to be part of that. Sing Baines on Sunday.
Yeah.
Sunday afternoon.
We love them over there. Dare Timmins, always doing awesome events for the community. They got something pretty cool coming up for November.
They do. How about plant-based marché with Roxy and Sophie?
Yeah, one of the sauces.
The dream team, yes, where they're supporting one of the
You
sauces.
can buy it right there,
Sauces
pal. Right at Plant-Based Marché. Imagine Cinemas, I always say, best seating of any theater I've been to.
That's
and
it.
Go see the
Calling the best manager out of all the Imagine Cinemas right
Night
there.
Terrors Fest tomorrow night. The the original Friday
The
the 13th.
original
Yeah.
Friday the 13th, Crystal Lake
That's a
tomorrow
big one
night.
right there. Yeah.
So go check out that one. Jackpot City Gaming, Trudy Prue and her team there. If you're looking to play bingo with a beverage, they are now fully licensed, 251 First Ave.
Yeah, we love them over there. The Business Enterprise Center. It is Small Business Week.
Yeah.
That's right. That's why you're wearing a party hat all week.
That's
You're
right.
celebrating your small
business week, and again, free services for small business entrepreneurs. Even if you're not a beginning entrepreneur, you can better your business simply by taking some of those free courses.
Yes, Joanne, I am dying over here.
Yeah, they are dying. You can.
My lips
They're like, when are you
are
playing
on
that? Oh, and
fire. And last but not least,
Cory Robin.
Cory Robin.
This guy. Yeah.
He's working at Ward 5, and he's working for you.
And
again,
last time he missed out by 2 votes.
That's how crucial it is to vote. When they
Yeah.
say, how close did it get? They had to do you did a recount again?
We did a recount. So whenever it's and the day after I lost by 2 votes, 40 people called me up and apologized for not voting.
Yeah,
so
so get
every
out there.
vote matters.
Again, every
including yours.
vote counts, and I guess the hard work, the knocking on the doors. You're going to enjoy the weekend and get ready for the big night
Thank
Monday.
these guys for putting on a wonderful showing, allowing us all to come up and do stuff. It's great for the
Oh,
community.
we love
So
Thank you. We
Yes,
love it.
We love coffee.
We love putting our lips through torture.
Yeah.
Again, I always get the torturing ones.
All right.
But lots
That's
of
it.
fun.
So now the camera's going to stop. You guys are going to drink milk and water and sweat and take off the hoodie.
and some ice cream, snow cones.
Easy.
Don, I'm coming over to the mini Putnam.
All right. Thank you so
right,
much.
easy.
Let's celebrate like the new year. Just like you know what you're doing. Move till you're losing control. Oh, put up your glass for a toast now. Let's make it last till the sundown. Tell them we made it, you know. Oh, tonight we gonna make it loud. Let's get up, let's get way too wild. They cannot take away from ya. What's inside, see it shine on ya. You shine like diamond. You keep it bright, keep on burning like a fire. You light me up, or you light me like a lighter. Feels like this could be something, yeah. Let's celebrate like the new year. Just like you know what you're doing. Move till you're losing control. Oh, put up your glass for a toast now. Let's make it last till the sundown. Tell them we made it, you know. I work hard, but I'm playing harder. We went far, but we going farther. Love the sound, so we turn it all up. We dancing all night, oh I know you. Feel the rhythm in your feet, yeah. Keep moving forward, believe less. Toast to the ones who can see it. Yeah, let's celebrate like the new year. Just like you know what you're doing. Move till you're losing control. Oh, put up your glass for a toast now. To the sundown, tell them we made it, you know. Oh, let's celebrate like the new year. Just like
The KINZ and KLOMP in-studio carpet brought to you by Manny and his team at End of the Roll Flooring Centers, located at 1185 Riverside Drive, Timmins. For beautiful laminate, luxury vinyl, and carpet, call Manny and his team today, 705-360-9003. And how about a spooky centerpiece like the one in our main studio, provided by Creative Boutique and Supplies? Call Mona Goche for yours today, 705-372-8190. You can even email her at creativeboutiqueandsupplies@gmail.com. And you can also find Creative Boutique and Supplies on Facebook. And how about our beautiful coffee table in our main studio, provided by Crazy Larry at Timmins Furniture, 374 Algonquin Boulevard East. Come home to Timmins Furniture. See it, like it, take it home today. And our big voice guy. If you need anything voice, well, we put our trust in Bill Stevenson from Canadian Voiceovers. Send your voice scripts to voices@canadianvoiceovers.com.